do a week-long successive streams, consecutive streams.
But, Rick, is it launch week if it happens every year?
Right. It'd have to be stream week. It would be stream week.
What are our other 51 weeks?
Stream week.
Okay, so you're proposing. Oh, we got Aces versus Kings.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've got Aces versus Kings.
Oh, my goodness.
Neeme's got the Aces. School's got the Kings.
Buckle your seatbelts, folks.
Wow.
How much you sit down with, Andrew?
25.
We got some lodge on lodge violence here, Rick.
Oh.
Rick looks stressed out. Are you feeling for your commentary, buddy, here a little bit?
Tread carefully, Skull. Makes it 5,500.
Oh, man.
And you, sir?
He's going to get the bad news.
Like 25 as well. Spread the word. I will.
Just a call
Just
here
call.
from Neeme.
How hard is he to interview?
Just going to slow play it. Ace on the flop.
goodness.
Wow. Wow. Maybe,
Okay, yes,
just maybe,
there's an
Skull
extra
will get away
shield
from this now that an ace has come out.
Excuse me. Who's that massage chair for?
Oh my gosh.
That was a rhetorical question. That was a rhetorical question.
Dirty Dan requesting a massage therapist, I
It
believe.
is.
Check, check.
It is. Who's in charge?
7 on the turn.
There's been a request to turn the air down.
Where does it say that?
Not by me. I
Mickey,
personally
is there
love
any
it.
way we could turn the air down? Like, it's too cold.
Eventually, Neeme realizes he's going to have to do some betting. He went for the trap.
I'm more than a smidge.
He's going to go for a small bet here on the turn. Tough spot in Skull's shoes. Even if Neeme was a bit like pre.
Too long.
Hey, why you gotta one up?
He's only really ahead of hands like Jack 10 suited, 10 9 suited, maybe King Jack suited. But you do have kings. It's a little less likely. Hard to imagine too many hands that you're beating here.
This is hilarious.
It's a very small bet though.
My wife just requires an
He's going to make the call.
My existence is necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Your existence
No.
is influential.
Oh, wow.
Set over set.
Impactful.
Oh.
Slightly entertaining.
Are you okay, Rick? How much Mike's action we got over here? Are you okay? Just take a deep breath. It's okay, pal. It's all right. We're going to be good.
In a good way.
In the best.
Jamie joining us now. Set over set, Jamie.
In like a mushy,
Wow.
last one standing maybe way.
How would you rate your existence, Robbie?
Existence.
It's all going in here,
You know
isn't it,
what?
Doug?
The people chose my existence. I didn't ask
Yep.
for it.
All in.
It came to me.
Quick call. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
I hate it.
What just happened?
That's going to make the stream.
What the hell?
That was brutal. Yeah,
Wow.
that was fucking brutal.
Come back, Skyline.
Coming back.
That's about as bad as the beats can really get.
Apparatus.
It's a set over set, aces versus kings in a 4-bet pot.
The action is heating up in this high-stakes cash game in Austin, Texas at the Lodge Card Club. Mike D kicks it off with a $200 call. They're playing 50-100 with a $200 straddle. Anyway, Mike D calls from the cutoff with Jack-9 offsuit. Robbie calls from the button with Ace-6 offsuit. Dirty Dan, a.k.a. Jungle Man Dan Cates, picks up the King-6 of hearts in the big blind. He makes it 1,200 to go. Josh in the straddle calls. And the two players who initially just called fold. So we're going to the flop with 2 suited hands facing off. Dirty Dan with the King-6 suited, Josh with the 8-7 suited. The flop is 7-6, 5 rainbow, both players with a backdoor flush draw if they can hit that runner-runner. And more importantly, both with a straight draw and Josh with a pair. Dirty Dan gonna opt to check this hand. Interesting to see him not bet with the open-ender. Josh quickly bets $1,000 into this roughly $3,000 pot. And the action is now on Dirty Dan, who quickly carves out a check raise. He puts in 4,200. Josh has to call 3,200 more to go. Pretty clear call for him with the top pair and a straight draw. Raising doesn't really make sense. Folding, of course, is not on the table, especially against an aggressive player like Dirty Dan. And the turn is an action card, the 8 of clubs. Not only does it give Dirty Dan the straight, it gives Josh top 2 pair. And this pot is about to get bigger. Dirty Dan pretty likely to continue betting on this turn now that he's picked up such a strong hand. The question is, what is Josh going to do against that bet? And is he going to be able to get away by the river? Or maybe he'll hit one of his 4 outs and he'll have a full house, and it's going to be a question of Jungleman getting away or not. Dirty Dan does go for that $6,000 bet. Sorry I'm using Jungleman and Dirty Dan interchangeably. I can't help but look at this guy and think Jungleman, you know? Because that's who he is to me. Anyway, he bets 6,000. Josh now sitting with his top 2 pair, which doesn't feel so great on a 4-card straight board, but it's still a hand that's way too strong to even really consider folding, especially against an aggressive player. After a few moments, quite certain we're going to see him make the call. And with that, I'm going to let the commentators from this live game take over.
I didn't give it enough time. I might circle back. I wasn't really loving the female actress. I don't know her name.
Oh, the
Well,
keyboard.
folks,
Daughter.
riveting conversation with
She's like,
She wasn't
she's
doing it
like
for
a
me.
badass.
the
like,
principles of all of that.
yeah, she.
Robbie, and then Joey, who had about 400 hours of investigative reports, and of course
You're a
Doug,
hater.
Sometimes a little.
all in one room
Yeah.
here at the
Sometimes
Lodge
you're like, I
Mahal,
don't know.
hashing it out.
Sometimes she's too much. I'm like, there's no.
Vote for Josh
The
here.
backstory makes it
I
a
haven't
little.
been watching a lot of
maybe,
TV lately.
Makes you a little
Big
more
pot.
endearing. Yeah.
I've been real busy.
I love
Dirty
Just
Dan in a
streaming,
bad spot
focused
once
on
again with the
some
straight.
time for series.
Versus the boat of Josh. Dirty Dan's face completely concealed at this point. Wonder if he could even breathe.
And Outlaws back.
There's that bandana.
Yeah, that's a serious
I guess
piece.
sunglasses would ruin the look.
Typically
Nothing
means there's more than
contemporaneous.
15,000 in the pot.
All in.
All in
Wow.
for Josh.
That'll do it.
Dirty Dan with 26K behind. Not even the nut straight. He got sticky against Josh before with just the queen 8 for a pair of queens crappy kicker. When Josh turned a set of 5s and he's in this crummy spot again,
Dirty
getting
Dan,
sucked out
dirty.
again.
Gonna be like that, huh? Came down here, gave me all the setup, what's going on.
Came here respectfully.
Better watch out what you're doing. But you know what you're doing too. Just keep that in mind. Yeah.
It's one way to get a reaction from a player.
Stone cold.
Dirty Dan in the blender. Chat, what do you think? One if he calls, two if he folds. Let us hear it from you.
Really hasn't been.
An issue.
Yeah, 20, 30 seconds seems a little tight,
Well,
but
I think when the.
Yeah.
per time clock.
No, we haven't.
Dirty Dan. Thinking long and hard.
Yeah, in the blender again. Versus Josh again. He's wondering if I put this in, is my best case scenario I'm chopping.
Don't they use it for the bigger games at home?
Chat is pretty mixed in what they think he's going to do.
It's hard.
A lot of
Yeah,
folds.
I think he makes a good fold this time.
Because of the flow of it, you know.
Yeah. I'm indifferent.
I mean, this is a big,
Yeah.
and it's interesting.
Came in late last
Do you think when Dirty Dan is tanking that he's also thinking in cowboy voice?
Portland, Oregon, and Salt Lake City, and like the upper Pacific Northwest, all the flights are delayed.
Oh,
It's like
Jamie.
2 hours, 3 hour delay.
Like Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike X was here and he's flying back to LA. And his flight kept getting delayed.
Yeah, I was like, but so I got in at 1:10 or something.
Yeah. Stay downtown.
I'm staying at Soho, Austin. I'm a member, so I decided
He hates it.
kind of far actually. It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It is from here. It is. It's far.
It's a little far, yeah.
But it's nice. It's not
No,
really.
it's fine. It's totally
The flight situation got worse during COVID and didn't really, I don't
Yeah,
think there's enough
so-
landing slots.
There's not that many
To
non
like Seattle and
yeah.
San Francisco, there just aren't as many flights as there used to be.
Yeah, like Alaska Air. I flew
Yeah.
Seattle, Alaska Airlines,
Yeah.
Delta,
Yeah,
it's
they-
Delta Hub.
Used to have 4 a day.
Oh, it is a Delta hub?
Yeah.
It's, yeah, that's
Yeah.
If
was good.
Boston is going to continue to grow like this, they have to increase the airports.
Well, I know, I
Like,
read that
have
there's
been.
another terminal coming in and there's some stuff that they're planning.
Everything was easy out of the airport.
It's been growing a lot. I mean,
It's gotten better.
Habar in the chat. Come on, Woody.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
it's one of the nice airports in the
Getting,
country too.
except for getting an Uber or taxi, you have to schlep.
Why do you live here, Ebony? Just cause?
So I moved here. One of my best friends from Florida. He just always finds a way to get like really good people around him. And every time I'm around him, I like am more productive.
Oh, that's
I'm,
cool.
Like, kind and more thoughtful person. And so I moved here when I visited here for the first time. And I was moving from Florida to California. I already had plans in place, so I was like, it's cheaper.
Oh,
in
you're
Texas,
gonna-
so
Lower
I'll
tax.
end up in
There's a lot of
Texas.
people moving to Texas from California.
Is that like
for
10
LA.
years ago?
The first time I came here was in 2014.
Josh caught him earlier.
I did California for 2.5 years.
Yeah, I
Where
lived
were
This
you
is
in
for
California?
all of his chips, though.
Oh, yeah.
I lived in California too for about 5 years before coming here.
Up north or down?
LA.
When I moved here,
Things
people
change.
were like, oh, I'm like, don't touch me, I'm a Floridian. No, I like cheap.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. I'm sure they don't like California.
It's your fault that the rent's skyrocketing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like a movement to either Dallas.
Dirty Dan, just giving you guys some time to make popcorn if you want.
And then like a lot of people moving to like Portland too. It's like, I don't know.
All
Our
over,
prices
all
are
over
insane.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I was paying $3,400 for a 2-bedroom with a den apartment.
Chat getting on him. Want him to make, he makes the fold. Great lay down.
One man's treasure is another one's.
Liz, I have a serious
I don't
question.
hate any of them.
Okay.
How do you
Oh, Mike
deal
has
this
the knit
game?
button and the
Well,
Ace
thank
4
you for
offsuit.
saying
How do I what?
Deal this
Thank
game
you,
while we're
thank
changing
you.
your
I've been
sound.
doing this for 10 years.
Going to raise to 500.
This is
Andrew
not good.
Neeme
Deals by you tipping
Count the
a
green
really
line.
with
high.
the
Count the.
Are you gonna do that?
Jack 10 suited.
What's that?
She deals with you tipping a really high. You're gonna do that now? Rich
Her
man,
again?
jungle
Yeah,
man?
we'll just give her another tip.
Yeah.
15?
Yes.
I call.
I feel like if I was like a normal person and I was
Andrew,
dealing this game,
3-bet to
I just might not
1,500.
be able to sleep at night. It's-
Avi's going to call
Very numb. You are.
5-6 suited. Back over to
We were saying because we devalued the concept of money.
Ebony
a lot of things.
with a
Don't get
pair
me
of
started, Robbie.
threes.
It's true though.
Some things aren't meant for the public to hear.
I mean, it's like obvious though. You have to stay in this game to like.
Just imagine that in Asia, it's actually 10 times sicker. It's twisted in Asia.
Even sicker.
Like no one would even believe. China.
Yeah, I was looking at like the WPT. I'll wait till Andrew's out of the hand. He's not. He's still in the hand.
Skull Mike calls. 4 ways to a flop. Ace 8-7.
Check.
Skull Mike hits his ace.
Imagine there's a man with a power
Open
plant
ender for
in the
Avi.
corner. A man who owns like 8 hotels.
Gut shot for Neeme.
And a man who owns mine.
And Andrew Neeme with the gut shot and the check mark as
Put
he
10
hits
million each on the table in one hand.
the nuts on the turn. Also, Avi hits the bottom end of the straight. Fireworks here. Skull Mike with just an ace.
cute.
I just reckon you were a poker player. I reckon you actually like.
I promise I'm coming to you, Jungle. You'll have your turn. Take it easy.
I'm waiting.
Let me talk to my man Mike. My man Mike earned it. He's been grinding right now. Mike, listen.
Skull Mike lays it down, and what's Neeme gonna do with the nuts?
Well, after your mind right now so far, we saw you make some I don't know, crazy cool. We see you make some adventurous plays today.
They're adventurous. Not a single bluff I've tried has worked.
I'll be showing he's got 13,600 behind.
I wish I got that.
So he's pretty much committed to this pot right now.
You really get into players.
Neeme can put it in.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And I'm still going to double up.
Yeah,
You love the losers.
He's lovely.
Good losers are fun.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there.
Call. Then you immediately are about 50,000.
Neeme does.
Wow.
Wow, Cooler City. God damn it.
That's a salty one.
What? It's really good.
Like, how do you get past that one?
What happened this hand? He set up this dude.
Oh, he doesn't.
I think we're.
They're gonna go one time.
So, like, why are we doing it? It's done.
Nuts for Neeme.
Unless there was a nine of spades that came out.
Yeah, you can always draw for a foul deck.
Run it once, twice, 100 times. Andrew Neeme is gonna win that pot, and he stacks Avi. Just crossed over 9 hours and 15 minutes of this stream.
How long you got in you tonight, Rick?
I got,
What's your line?
I got my second wind.
Oh, all right, Rick.
I'll go.
Slicky Ricardo, is that what they call you? Is that what they call you?
Some people do. Yeah, Slicky Rick.
Got his
Slicky
second
Ricardo.
wind.
Doug, I'm worried about you, though. Honestly, you've got a big game tomorrow.
I'm going to be okay.
And, all right.
I haven't been sleeping for a while. Ooh, we got the aces, Rick. Aces for Josh. Ace king for Ebony. Robbie already put in a 3-bet.
Jungle was on tilt. I remember very well.
I was jungling it up.
Yeah, you were.
Wow. Wow. Oh, this is gonna be tough for Ebony. You can't imagine how she could get away. It's only 100 big blinds. Well, she just really feels like Josh just has the goods, but.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
She's all in.
Oh my goodness.
There's no bonus for that one.
And Josh has already called here with the nuts. Yeah, on these stacks, there's really not that much you can do about it.
We can go twice.
Ebony sees the bad news.
You need more shots, Doc.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, if you have any other drugs, I'll do them.
Josh is killing it tonight.
Please don't tell me that. I didn't hear that. No one knows that happened.
Whenever I can get there for pleasure.
They're going to run it 2 full
Call
boards.
me and I'll look you up.
Does that mean you're going to give back some
Yep.
of your chips, or what? I'll give you some drugs. You want to?
Okay.
King on the flop.
Oh, that's not bad for you.
It's not great, but it's not.
Deuce on the turn. Ebony needs a king here. Oh, what is this? What is that slow roll?
A little pump fake.
Oh,
from
194. Did something happen in this hand? Dealer error. Stub read on board. Had to move cards off sensor and back. That's the production note for this hand. So something happens here, I think, on the second run, guys. Bear with us. 7, queen, queen.
Queen.
Ebony kind of needs this to go Jack 10.
Queen 7 of hearts, actually.
Really? 10 Jack.
Blood queens, and they win.
It's just so hard to win with ace king versus
Blood
aces.
queen split.
I just gotta gamble.
I know. Oh, if I knew I could have got Josh like that, oh, just Queen 7 hearts, just stick it. Oh God.
Get all
right
in
in the
Queen 7
gut,
hearts.
dude.
One time and just really feeling it.
There was an issue here, right?
It's a miscue.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Wild. That's so unfortunate.
Wait, what happened?
They're having trouble.
Pretty brutal time for a
Graphics,
for an
right?
error. What happened on this? Stub red on board. Tried to move cards.
Steal.
Yeah.
They're
It was,
trying to pick up the readers.
I'm glad Ebony's being a good sport about this because I feel like some players would get pretty upset if they had to tank in this situation.
exactly. It's just it has to do with the graphics and cards that might have touched the scanner.
Oh, Josh, you're so lucky.
Nice one.
Chocolate.
Sometimes it happens when they run it twice.
Too much energy drink?
I'm gonna buy, look, pull this out. I'm gonna buy 5.
So Josh
Wait.
is going to stack Ebony. Ebony with Big Slick. And if you don't live in Texas, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do live in Texas, it makes a lot of sense if you love this game, which I know you do because you're watching it right now.
That's a first.
In quite some time.
Jesus Christ, this guy is like a little.
How much energy does that guy have?
It's
All
unbelievable.
of the
how much,
energy.
Doug.
Oh, how does
Doug?
he? What is he on?
He's on nothing. He's really on nothing. He's on life. Doug.
Douglas.
The guy's never tired. I've never really seen him tired.
Huh.
Seriously.
No, because he was like out.
He's been playing all night. He doesn't even drink. He's been drinking like a lot. He doesn't get hungover.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Ooh,
Weird.
Jack 1. Pretty.
You ever seen him tired, Josh?
Not really. Like maybe late at night once or twice, but
He's been here all week too.
he's been here grinding all week, yeah. So impressive. I'm over here about to fall over here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Couple players waning right now.
Energy out of here.
Dirty Dan bets 1,200. Avi calls with his jacks.
Mute my mic in the bathroom.
What are those, like fried chips?
The straight for Dirty Dan.
Okay.
They're like baked, I think.
Another jack. This is going to be really big trouble for Avi
They were in the room. That's cool. We need to re-up.
as he hit trips there on the river.
Yeah, if you can get some like high protein, low carb snacks, that'd be
Yeah, that would be dope.
This isn't like the healthiest thing.
That would be
No, but it's only 100 calories.
We have like grass-fed meat sticks. Those would be great.
That would be good.
They're like Slim Jims, bougie Slim Jims, healthier.
Javier B., that's a good question. As a non-Texan, what can you do?
Protein chips.
Sun chips.
No,
It's a good question. I would go to the website and maybe contribute.
I need you to come back and consult.
Texans for Texas Hold'em. Maybe make a donation.
I had I talked
That
to
could
the food
help.
guy and they had chips and he got them and then they
As the
fired him
lobbying
or
group
something.
for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we can't really talk about that, but if you knew why,
Good question, though.
I don't even care why. I'm
you
sure
knew why,
if you do it, it's a good
you
reason.
would've, yeah, in a second.
What is happening right now?
You would not have approved. So, new guy, new food guy.
I was just more saying like I had the
Almost,
Quest chips. No, I
yeah.
had them for 2 days and then the next time I came back, he wasn't there and I was like, no, what happened?
Grim morning. Robbie and Doug are cool, so they've. If Robbie's cool with Doug, then that should be good enough. They've. They agree on some things, and they've agreed to disagree on others, and that's just it.
One more.